You know, it's starting to seem funny, but then again, it's more of a cliche. Whenever we get superheroes or some form of superheroine, there's always those that represent the dark more than the light. For example, Batman, Moon Knight, Nightman, etc., etc., etc. But I bet you guys never heard of this guy, the Skull Man. Produced by TOKYOPOP. Illustrated and written by both Kazuhiko Shimamoto and Shotaro Ishinomori. Now, the Skull Man in this first volume, and this is pretty much the only volume I own, in this first volume, we are introduced to Tatsuo Kagura, where we find out in the story when he was 2 years old, his parents got killed. Somebody ordered a hit on them. Not only just on them, but also on Tatsuo. But thanks to Garo, who has the ability to shift shape into any form of beast, even look like someone else, came and rescued Tatsuo, and then pretty much gave him to a family that took care of him and raised him as if their own, adopted him. Now, as Tatsuo got older, he swore vengeance against the man that ordered the hit on not just his parents, but on himself, basically the whole family. Well, and with the help of Garo, they hunted the guy's people down, their asylum, and then they actually found out who the guy was that put the hit on him. I don't want to ruin it, but all I can say is the guy is closer to Tatsuo than we think. However, the story don't really end there. See, the Skullman happened to be the agent from the dead. And in order to be an agent from the dead, well, there's the key word to it, dead. But it's not like the Skullman is a zombie or anything like that. So, this first volume, basically all it does is it leaves you with a whole bunch of mysteries and keeps you questioning everything. Like, you want to find out, okay, you sort of get an idea about the Skullman, but you want to find out about, more of a backstory of Garo. You want to find out, about the other people like Garo, and, basically like Maria, for example. That's who she is. She has powers to sort of hypnotize a person to sort of fall in a trance where she can do whatever she wants, like kill him and whatnot. As for the Skullman, unlike, let's say, Batman, who has like a lot of equipment, like a utility belt, the Skullman actually has powers of his own, where it's kind of like Maria's, but a lot stronger, where it's like he don't just hypnotize you, but he puts you in this state of trance, in this mind flux, where he can basically make you do anything consciously without you even second guessing or whatever. So yeah, kind of messed up. It's like he has the ability to make you go on an acid trip without actually taking any acid. That's the best way I could describe it. So overall, my experience with the Skullman, I actually enjoy it. Now, as you can see, I only have the first volume, and to be honest with you guys, as good as it is, it didn't really captivate me enough to go out my way to find more issues, to find more into it. I mean, I did enjoy everything in this first volume, but from my feeling, it felt like they kind of already gave you the beginning and end, but they did do a good job of leaving an opening to where you, like I mentioned earlier, where you question what's their motive, what's the deal with Garo, how is there more like him, and things like that, and find out who's actually the real person they were really trying to go after. Well, it is answered in this volume of the book, but it seemed to lead to something more. Now, I also kind of like what they done with the Skullman, because normally when you got like superheroes from the dark or anti-heroes, they're always trying to go after the bad guy, quoting, or basically go after the guy they're trying to take out. But at the same time, they're trying to keep innocent bystanders at bay. In other words, make sure there's no innocent death that doesn't belong. In the Skullman, Tatsuo don't care if there's innocent bystanders in his way of a person he's trying to get. Guess what? They're dead. It's kind of messed up, but that's basically how dark he is. And plus, his hideout is really an abandoned church that is surrounded by cemeteries. Yeah. It's kind of twisted, but other than that, it's entertaining to read. I do recommend this manga, but for me, it doesn't, captivate me enough to go out and go, oh, I gotta get another volume or another issue. Plus, because of this manga, it falls into that same trap as some other manga, not all of them, where they don't come out in numerical order. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know how many volumes the Skullman is in, but from what I've seen, this was the only issue I've seen so far on I got it through a friend, but when I went to the stores and looked on shelves, I never really seen them on the shelves. So, and plus the fact that they come out in different numerical order, it's just, yeah, that kills my drive quickly. So, yeah, the Skullman, good read. So, if you ever come across it, all I can say is check it out. See if you like it or not. Alright then. Later.